This is juicy, I tell you. Juicy, yeah. In the red corner is Elon Musk. And in the other red corner is the taco. Yes, the Cheeto dust covered, the Cheeto bandito, Donald Trump. The US president. Dum-dum. That he is. Well, doesn't Elon Musk know who he's, well, up against? You see, Donald Trump could completely and utterly destroy Elon Musk. Even though Elon Musk is, well, quite happy to do that on his own, that he is, with his little box of medication, his ketamine, his Adderall, and whatever else might be in it, in the psychedelics. Anyway, Elon Musk is, how to put it, he's screwed. It does give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. That it does. Now, I just watched a video, and I recommend everybody watch this video, by Secular Talk. There's a young man by, Kyle Kalinske, I think it is, and then there's his missus, Crystal Kalinske. And they're in the car together, they are, although he should keep his hands on the feckin' steering wheel, that he should. Well, anyway, that's not what the video's about. They, I was basically talking about this, and it's definitely worth watching, and they have some really, really good points in this video. And it's just GLEE. just shitloads of GLEE. Definitely worth watching. But watch this one first, won't you, please? I've informed you. Anyway, Elon Musk, he's been tweeting, hasn't he, just recently, going on about this big bill. He ain't happy because EV subsidies are being cut. That's what I reckon anyway. And so does Secular Talk. Right, Frank, I've done videos about that before. And the EV subsidies which are cut, but don't forget, this don't just affect Tesla, it affects other EV companies as well, the more ethical ones. So it's not good. No. Now, you also got to remember that Elon Musk gets around $8 million a day. But also, Elon Musk would not be where he is if... I just banged myself in the eye with a pen. Anyway, because you're wearing safety glasses, even though they're not safety, they're just glasses. But anyway, Elon Musk got bailed out, he did, back in, I think, 2012, or about that anyway. He was in a bit of trouble, all right? And a shitload of money, he got a government loan. And it bailed out Tesla or SpaceX or whatever it might have been at the time. Anyway, he wouldn't be where he was. Where he was. Yeah, I did say was. Yeah, past tense, yeah. He wouldn't be where he was back then before he's turned into complete and utter arsehole, because yes, he is. And fascist. Was he just a Nazi? Just a Nazi, is he? Well, he wouldn't be where he was if it wasn't for the US government and obviously the Prime Minister, the President of the time. Oh dear. No, and he's completely going to screw himself because Donald Trump could just say, well, sod you. We're going to cut your subsidies. Because they sod you at $8 million a day. Well, we're going to cut that as well. And we don't want to be funding your spaceships that blow up. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 of them in a row have blown up. Exploded. Uncontrollably. Out of control they were. Well, Elon Musk calls it... what does he call it again? Elon Musk calls it an unscheduled dismantling. That he does. Absolutely hilarious. I have to admit that it is. Now, why would the American people want to be funding spaceships that blow up? No one's going to want to go to Mars in one of them, no. They should be using, I don't know, with a Blue Origin instead and send up some spoiled... Oh, they've already done that, haven't they? I was going to say spoiled brats. Yeah, they've already done that. Yeah. Oh, crikey. You wouldn't know what it's like unless you've been... if you know what I mean. Privileged little brats. Anyway, so... Elon Musk, well, remember what he's been doing recently. Obviously, regarding DOGE, he's sacked shitloads of people. I don't even think Donald Trump actually knew what he was doing in DOGE. He had big balls doing it for him, didn't he? Yeah, there he was with his big balls. I wonder if he's got a special chair with a hole in the middle. Probably. Anyway, Big Balls was holding the middle in his chair, was doing all this shit, all these algorithms and what have you, and so, no, we don't need that. No, we'll cancel that one. There goes another 100,000 jobs. We don't need that. We'll cancel that one. There goes all the scientists that make sure that the nuclear waste is transported correctly. The next day we will try and get back again because that was a mistake. You know how it goes. And like Elon Musk said in the White House, he said, well, we will make mistakes sometimes, but we'll try and put them right. Really? It's not good enough. No. Quite frankly, if you think of Donald Trump, quite frankly, could actually investigate Elon Musk, which would be, that would be juicy. It would be so juicy. It'd make my day, it would. And it'd make old Carl Zelensky's on Secular Talks Day as well, because exactly what he said as well. Oh, please, Trump, please! You know, we might see you in a better light, you know. No, actually, no, we won't. We know you are actually you're a Nazi yourself as well, aren't you? Yeah. Let's be honest, you're an orange Nazi. Yeah, crikey. And then you got all the old brown costumes, as I've been told, by, going around and gathering all these poor people and, shoving them in the back of these cars and then throwing out smoke bombs and what have you, and then chucking them in some gulag. You know how it goes in the United States now. No wonder nobody wants to travel there. No wonder the tourist industry is literally flat on its face. Nobody wants to go to the United States. No. They don't. Look at the Canadians. They definitely don't want to go. Mark Carney just made a speech. I think it was yesterday. He literally just said, well, he said it before actually. He says, well, our relationship with the United States is over. We've got to go it alone. And I hope they can pull it off. China's playing up a bit, mind that they are. They've blocked old Mark Carney. Anyway, elbows up, before I forget, Mark Carney from being able to try and negotiate with China to get rid of the tariffs, or getting their beef, what have you, into China. But I know why, because there's reciprocal, there's tariffs already on imports of EVs into Canada and steel, I believe. But you see, these are major industries in Canada, and they didn't want to screw them over. This is a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. But you see, anyway, going back to old Elon Musk, the ketamine head, filled head. Anyway, he's killed around 300,000 people. He's managed to kill off a whole load of little kids and what have you, and HIV patients, and, actually including children with that as well. There's estimated around 300,000 deaths already because of getting rid of USAID. So that is feckin' evil. Quite frankly, it really is absolutely evil. And this money, right, this money has already been allocated by Congress, yes. And Congress holds the purse, not Elon Musk. For feck's sake, DOGE. No. And somebody said, I can't remember who it is now, they say Elon Musk is a soulless, mindless entity. That he is. Now, if you look at Bill Gates, now Bill Gates has had a shitload of bad press in the past. Everyone hates him because of the right-wing arseholes who paint him as being some kind of madman with vaccines. And 5G masks. Yeah, don't forget that as well. Bloody idiots. Crikey, and the earth is flat, and the chemtrails, and get on, it never ends, does it? So, yeah, so it's Bill Gates. You think what he's just done recently? He has actually, his legacy, all right, around 200 odd billion is going to Africa to help, aid for, water programs, food, you name it, medications and vaccines and that for the people in Africa. Good on them. Well, they've actually just gave him a big award as well, haven't they? So now I have actually been involved with the RSPCA in the past of fundraising. We used to me and my brother-in-law, who's turned out to be completely arsehole. Anyway, me and my brother-in-law, we did a lot of fundraising for the RSPCA in Norwich. And we managed to get a van that was funded by Enterprise Cars. You know Enterprise Cars. It's nothing to do with the Enterprise ship. That's the ship that the I can't remember the guy's name now from Enterprise Cars in the United States. But it's a ship he served on anyway during the war. Anyway, so what was he just serve on that? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, I'm mumbling there. I do apologise. I'm mumbling. I sidetracked just a little bit. Yes. So anyway, we did a lot of fundraising, and also did a lot of fundraising, and we managed to get a lot of money from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the RSPCA. Yeah, great organisation. Although that's going to be shut down. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and Bill Gates has literally just given his money to, by the time he dies, he's going to give all his wealth to Africa. Good. He knows. Bill Gates, you might hate him for whatever reason it is, you might hate him. He's a shitload of good. Just do a bit of research on Bill Gates and you'll know, he's given so much money away. So much money away. And he's done so many positive programs. Elon Musk has done none. The only programs he's been given money to are programs for which he can actually benefit from, such as neuroscience for his feckin' Neuralink. He's just a fraud. The man's a complete and utter fraud. And also, they were only tiny amounts of money. Whereas Bill Gates has managed to fundraise, having also his own money, in huge sums. Along with Warren Buffett as well. Warren Buffett don't generally give money himself, but he gives it to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He's also a very generous man, all right, who actually lives a relatively simple life. You can say how bloody wealthy he is. He's another billionaire. I just hope he gives his money away as well, quite frankly. So, if we think of the fact that Elon Musk is a soulless, mindless entity, you also got the paediatric care, cancer care, that he also got rid of, didn't he? Bastards. They are evil feckin' bastards. And that along with the fact that half these immigrants, including Elon Musk, who was an illegal, and now they sort of pull up the drawbridge so nobody else can get in and maybe make something of themselves. Just like that Yusuf in the UK. He's done exactly the same thing. I'm alright, Jack. I've made shitloads of money. I'll pull up the bridge and I'll join the Reform Party to do so. Now he's left. So, just today. So, the thing about Elon Musk, he wants to cut absolutely everything from the federal budget, as long as it doesn't mean that he will have his subsidies cut. He just wants more. Now, I don't know if you remember, Elon Musk was awarded, Tesla was awarded 400 million in Tesla vehicles, military vehicles, like military Cybertrucks or some shit like that. And then all of a sudden, it got found out, it then got hid. Because obviously it's a conflict of interest. He's there in the government. He might not be the government, but he's pretty much doing everything the government is actually above and beyond the government at the time, because he is cancelling absolutely everything. The man's an absolute fucking con artist, that he is. Anyway, so there's Elon Musk saying Donald Trump saying, I'm very disappointed when he was asked about Elon Musk saying nasty things about Donald Trump's big beautiful bill, saying it's like some kind of pork-filled thing. It's basically said it's shit, alright? That the bill is absolutely shit. But it's only saying that because it's actually cutting all his subsidies, the EV subsidies. He makes less money. He'd be happy to cut more, more help for ordinary folk in the United States or abroad. He'd be happy to do that, but he doesn't want to remove anything that actually gives him money. To be fair, I don't agree with cutting EV subsidies, alright? I don't. Because I'm a bit of an eco-geezer, and I actually like electric cars, and a lot of people don't. They say they're a con, and and Tesla probably is, but if we don't do the research, if we don't do the investigations, we will never ever get it to a point where that it is 100% environmental, if you know what I mean. One of the things I love about EV cars, you can produce the electric yourself. You are not beholden to these corporations, such as oil companies, who want to have control of everything. That's why I'm not keen on things like hydrogen. I can't make hydrogen, can you? But I tell you what I can do. I can make electricity, because I am. We're about 70% self-sufficient here on electricity. So, solar and wind away. Elon Musk could come out of the thing woodwork and he could say, I helped Donald Trump, the taco, steal the election. Well, Donald Trump is trying to get the fact that, well, not the fact, but he's trying to get it added into law regarding that the election was stolen back, and when Biden got in, which is absolutely bollocks, completely bollocks. But that's what he's trying to do. It's nuts. So anyway, Trump has actually been querying the DOGE as well. He says, "Oh, is it as good as we first thought?" Now, the thing is though about Elon Musk, he has got the X platform for which he can actually crikey, he could cause a lot of shit, couldn't he? But I sort of watch his fecking back because Donald Trump is the president. Whatever you like to say about him, he's still the president of the United States. And he can literally destroy Elon Musk. He can take away all his fucking funding, couldn't he? He can actually say, okay then, that supercomputer you got in Mississippi, the one where he's poisoning all his locals and stealing all the water, that one. He said, well, where are all your permits? Well, you see, Elon Musk didn't get any permits for it. No. So that could go tits up. Yeah, he could have got the permits because that was all about timing. See, it had been too late, apparently. It had been too late because ChatGPT and Gemini and all these other supercomputers would go much faster than what he can. Yeah, and it had to be done within a certain period of time, you see. So he says. It's the other thing like Donald Trump could do, he could also give more backing to Sam Altman. He's already given a load of backing, which got Elon Musk's backup, if you remember. So Sam Altman could even get more backing from the government, and that would also not just piss off Elon Musk, but also damage his XAI. I just find the whole thing, it makes me tickle. It makes me tickle, but also it's almost like saying about at the end of the day, it's all this stuff that's going on, the destruction, which is also destroying the government, really, and Elon Musk, is also destroying the people. And that's the thing we mustn't lose sight of. We mustn't lose sight of those who are the victims in everything that's going on. Whether it be the undocumented migrants who have been literally scooped up out of the courts, and that's where they're going for their immigration scheduled appointments. It's disgusting. Where the kids have been tie-wrapped up and women have been had their houses raided, dragged out and thrown on the lawn in their knickers and stuff like that. It is disgusting. It's horrendous. And ordinary people who are just trying to get by in their lives are suffering. And although I do have a bit of glee, just like guy on the Secular Talk, who's hoping and begging Donald Trump to investigate Elon Musk. Although I get that, I do, because I feel very much the same in many ways. But I also am very, very concerned for the ordinary people who are suffering at the moment. And those who will be suffering. Because these tariffs, shit, it's just madness. See, the thing is, you hear reports at the moment where they say the tariffs could actually get rid of the deficit of 2.8 trillion. But how are they getting rid of the deficit? They're getting rid of the deficit by all these companies who are importing this stuff having to put up their prices, not necessarily for the whole 100% of the tariff, but they put up the prices anyway. Which means that these people in the United States are the ones who are actually paying it. They are actually, it's just another way of transferring money from the people into this pot of gold, which could potentially cover the so-called deficit. This isn't new money. This is money that's already in the United States. So this isn't growth. This is just redistribution. And we know what that means. It's just another way for Donald Trump to put the money in the pockets of the rich fuckers. Buggers. As it is. You got to remember that when you start paying off your deficit, all you're doing is putting the money back in the hands of those who's already got a shitload of money, who's been able to actually invest in the country. and other countries. There's another way. You start paying your debts off, all you do is offshore the money again. Because, like, for instance, China's got 800 billion, you know, Japan's got 1.1 or 1.1 or 1.2 trillion in US debt. And then there's all the rest of the other countries that have. Even Russia's got US debt they own. Used to be considered a safe place to put your money, you see, to make money. So the whole thing is a complete and utter mess. But it's also, there is, I suppose there's a glimmer of light. I suppose you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs. And at the moment, Elon Musk is having his nuts broken. His eggs broken. he cracked him a couple of bricks or something. I just love to do this. I'm making all these fucking babies. We don't need another alphabetic letter. No. and then obviously there's Donald Trump's tacos. Let's crunch his fucking tacos. Yeah, fucking totus. Anyway, what do you reckon? Please leave it in the comments down below. But please support the channel. You know, got Patreon or buy us coffee and the links down below, because we couldn't continue without your support. And this was probably quite a long video. And the amount of things I've been saying in this video, I've probably been demonetised already, because it seemed to be a popular thing. And unless I can speak my mind, I can't continue. As simple as that. So unless I've got to earn something, you know. And at the end of the day, I have to do other stuff as well. This is not my main income. And it's not, yeah, but it is a part of our income. So if I have to, if I can't make a little bit out of this, I can't top my money up. And if I can't top my money up, I have to get it from somewhere else, because we're already sort of fairly borderline. So anyway, if you want to support the channel, there's Patreon and super thanks and stuff like that. Yeah, the usual sort of stuff. Links down below. Yeah. But if not, just beat the like button. Maybe share our videos. We just need to get it out there, you know. Just need to get it out there. Because people aren't aware what's going on. They're just not aware. And with these longer videos and the shorter ones, I do try. I'm not going to lie to people, you know. I might have fun and what have you with it, but I'm not going to lie to anybody. And we just need to spread some truth. And feeling as well. Because I'm not the only person. I don't even live in the United States. I'm a British citizen living in France. How old is that, eh? And recently I've been talking a lot about what's going on in the United States and Canada and what have you. Because it does affect everybody. And it's deadly serious. This US government it's literally destroying the world's economy. Literally. And I knew it was going to happen. Because he's basically